Hey you guys, it's your girl, the Real True Divine Feminine here, and I come with a quick little message for you. Well, not really a message, something that God had just dropped in my spirit right here. And what was dropped in my spirit was, what would you do if the person that you hurt, the person that you misused, the person that you lied on, the person you stole from, the person that you did any type of betrayal to, was the same person that God has told you to go back to for your healing, for help, for a lot of these things? What would you do if God had told you to go back to this same person that you know that you did hurtful things to? How would you feel? What would you do about the situation? Would you be obedient to what God told you to do? Or would you sit up there and let yourself suffer, be on the verge of getting kicked out, being on the verge of dying, whatever the circumstances, the situation would happen to be at that present moment, what would you do? A lot of times, us as people, we allow pride to get in our way of our healing, get in our way of our help. If God has called you to do something, if God has called you to make amends and make things right with someone, don't allow peer pressure of other people that you might have sit down and talk and discuss and clown this person to stop you from getting what God has told you to go and receive from someone else. See, a lot of times is this right here. A lot of times we'll put our mouth on someone and then we have to go back to that person. God will make it where you have to go back to that person. But at the same time, while you're going back to that person, the enemy will have those same people that you was chit-chatting it up with and stuff, try to play on your top and try to make you feel like what you doing is wrong and that you shouldn't do what God has told you to do. So my question is to you, how would you handle that situation? What would you do in the midst of all that situation if God is telling you to go back and make amends and make right with somebody, but you let outsiders get into your ear? Well, when you face with a situation like that, that's when you isolate yourself from nobody. From everybody. My bad. That's when you isolate yourself from everybody, and then you go and sit still with yourself and become one with yourself so that you can ponder on doing the right thing. Because a lot of times, the reason why we don't go make things right with people, or the reason why we don't do or be with people, because we allow outsiders to get in our head. We allow an outsider to get in our head and paint a picture of someone that's not even a picture of them. But we allow them to get in our head, and we don't become friends with them. We don't do business with them. We don't do any of that. We'll just go on somebody else's word without even trusting ourselves. Everything in us may be telling us that this person is wrong what they're saying, but because we might know this person or been knowing these people for forever or whatever, we go with them instead of really seeking and asking God, you know, why you brought this person? Or God, why you keep showing this person to me? Why you keep telling me to go to this person? Why you keep telling me to make amends right with God? We don't trust. The thing is that we don't trust ourselves, so we don't trust God. We don't trust what he's saying. We don't trust any of these things. Allow yourself to elevate. See, sometimes when we don't do what God has called us to do, we be stuck and stagnant. The enemy don't want us to grow. Our circle don't want us to grow because they feel like once we grow, we're going to feel like we better than them or we doing more than them. So what they try to do is make you say, like, yeah, you remember how this person ignored you? Or do you remember what this person said about you? Remember that? Yes, listen, that's all good. Yeah, this person probably did talk about you. They probably did this. But if God is telling you to go do something, do what God is telling you to do. Just period. Just do what God is telling you to do by all means necessary. Just making sure that you do exactly what he is telling you to do. So if God is telling you to make amends with somebody, if God is telling you to forgive somebody, if God is telling you to go to somebody and do this thing, make sure that's really what you do. It's your girl, the Real True Divine Feminine. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope this message helps someone on whatever you're going through today. Just trust in yourself and believe that God will never lead you down the wrong path. He would not tell you to do something if he knew that it was not going to work out in your favor. Only the enemy keeps reminding you of the past, and the enemy wants to keep you stuck. God wants you to elevate. Peace.